tomatoes, nuts, brisket. Is that gonna work? You better believe it's gonna work. Listen, guys, fly down to Austin. Boat, plane, I don't care if you fly on a jetpack. You better come down here and get this. Whether you're coming from Egypt to Pennsylvania to California, come get this Egyptian barbecue. This is no joke. What's going down? It's Matt with Smoke Game Strong. I'm here with my buddy Kareem, the Egyptian Texan, throwing down at KG BBQ, man. We are so happy to have come through today and get some of these fantastic flavors. I've been here once. I've popped into them a few times at events and stuff, and the flavors are out of control, man. Just tell us a little bit about, what you've been doing here since you opened.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for being here, Matt. It's always a pleasure to see you. I would say I'm more of a Texan Egyptian now. I've taken on a lot of Texan things more than Egyptian.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, man, it's been, I moved here in 2016. I used to have a totally different career. I used to work in corporate finance back in Cairo, graduated business school. I always loved food. I always loved cooking for family and friends. And then I came on a visit to Austin in 2012. And I tried the barbecue and nothing has been the same.
Hitting even like a Rudy's and you're just
Yeah.
I love it.
Was that the first thing?
Yeah,
what was your first?
My cousin took me to, when I visited Austin, we used to go to Rudy's and I'd come for ACL Festival.
Yeah.
And I just love the city as well, you know what I mean? And it's just a different vibe and it's just been fantastic.
Yeah. That's what I had for the first time too.
Rudy's?
Yeah. I was actually just visiting my uncle in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Okay.
And flew down for the weekend here. That was 2012.
No way.
Flew down to see an Egyptian friend here.
No way.
I was just like, oh yeah, Texas. Like,
Random,
I'm like, it's another state.
Yeah.
Like to me, I'm just visiting the U.S. I came here and I honestly fell in love with the city too. I was like, went to so many places, loved the people, loved the hospitality and the friendliness and the niceness of the people, and then the food. Like everything is about food.
Yeah.
And we gather and there's always food on the table. And that was not actually my plan. I was not planning to move here. When I decided to quit my job back in Cairo in 2016, I decided to move here for a short period of time, only 6 months, to learn the craft and take it back to Cairo.
Oh, really?
But then,
That's what you were
was
planning?
the plan.
No way.
I was planning to come here and I took a whole month off before quitting my job. At the end of 2015, took a whole month off of my job. And just to do it the right way, or less risky way, right? Before I lose everything.
Yeah.
So I took a whole month off, came here for a month, and decided to just go in every day and scout barbecue places and see if someone will teach me. And then finally, at the end of the month, I was actually faced by all rejection. You know how competitive, like 2016, the whole market was rising. So it still is extremely competitive here.
Totally,
you know
for
that.
sure.
So everybody, it's hard to go and ask someone like, hey, I'm gonna work for you for a month and learn all your secrets and leave, right?
Yeah. Hey, I'm here to learn and then I'm gonna...
it's not even like 6 months or something, it's just 1 month.
Yeah.
So, but finally, Curlin said yes. Curlin
Awesome.
Barbecue was my first mentor. I had a great relationship and friendship with them. I'm still really close friends with them right now.
Awesome.
I just bought their first smoker.
Oh, really?
They shut down their business. They're only doing kolaches now.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
So
I went there and they were sold out. I got like sausage and something else. I've only been twice.
Yeah.
But they did kolaches now. I mean, hey, if that's what you can nail.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody loves kolaches
exactly.
here in
They have
Texas,
they have amazing kolaches.
Yeah.
So yeah, they hit me up and I was like, oh, we're selling everything. So I was like, I want that smoker because that's the first smoker I ever cooked on.
Yeah.
So it's extremely sentimental to me.
Nice.
So it's like it's in my driveway right now.
Oh, good.
So yeah, I mean, I've and then after that, I decided 3 months in, I knew I wanted to stay in Austin. So I decided to keep moving. I went to Valentina's, I went to Roland Smoke, and throughout this time, I also went to ACC. I did the culinary program there for a whole year.
Really?
Yeah. And then I started getting some real restaurant experience, not just cooking barbecue. So I went to Lambert's.
Okay.
And I did a year and a half there on the line.
Wow.
I did grill and saute. And then I started getting into butchering. So I worked at Lone Star Meats for like 3 months, but that's more of a meat processing plant. So I quickly realized that like that's not what I'm looking for. That's actually the opposite of what I of what I believe in.
I want to cook. I want to
I'm like, okay,
want to
like,
put out the food.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like I want more personal interaction with the animal we're cooking. You know.
Totally.
And then I found Salt and Thyme. Salt and Thyme, you know, I've applied there before I started working there before, and they were staffed. And then I went again and applied again, and then they took me on. I worked my way up there in a year and a half. I worked my way up there to be the head charcuterie. Yeah, so I did a lot of work there. Learned so much from the master butcher, Brian Butler. Great guy, great owner.
I see him carrying stuff in. I've only, you know, and I've never met him, but I see him.
He's a badass butcher, man.
That's awesome.
He is a badass butcher. So I learned all about butchering, sausage making in some time. And then I started doing private events. Like that was really the first time I started introducing, you know, I got the inspiration of doing the Egyptian flavors from working at Valentina's.
Okay.
And I got mostly inspired by Miguel's style of cooking.
Yeah.
And then I see the flavors, I see the different cuisine that he's putting in. And then I just sparked the idea, if that works, then Egyptian shawarma
with another style of food,
flavors,
another tradition can also be incorporated into barbecue.
Exactly.
So way before here, you've had tons of experience.
Absolutely.
You definitely went full on to learn before you just open. You know, you didn't take the 1 month of let me just learn this and then go back home. That would, you know, you went a couple years deep into learning before you opened up your own place.
Yeah, it was really 5 years of extremely hard work. Like I really wanted the best of the best. Like I want to learn everything from the best, you know.
Yeah.
So that it was a total of 5 years of really hard work.
And then you know, getting the right smoker, getting the right, you know, trailer. So yeah, I'm sure you didn't just jump to getting any smoker and getting any. You went and got stuff built for yourself. And
exactly.
So yeah, so what do we have here? We have a 1,000 gallon.
Yeah, we have, this is King Tut.
King Tut?
Yes.
Okay, so we got King Tut here.
We decided
feels good.
Yeah, it feels great.
Feels
especially
great.
In the winter.
Yeah.
Not in the summer. So we decided to name our smokers after Egyptian kings.
Awesome.
So we had to start with King Tut. From our friends in Primitive Pits. They are a really reputable pit builder in Atlanta.
Is that where they're out of? They're out of
Atlanta? They are in Atlanta, yeah.
Okay, I see a bunch of pits built by them. I thought they were in Texas.
Yeah, they work with a lot of people in Texas.
Yeah,
a lot of people love their pits.
Yeah, Brandon Lamb has a nice 500 by them that I seen at my last event, you know.
Yeah, no, they're such a breeze to work with. They're such nice people.
Great.
And they got us on the schedule, and we have a custom 1,000 gallon Primitive Pit smoker here. We have the insulated firebox. So I cooked on a lot of smokers, and this really is the best.
It looks like I got a great draw from where I'm at. You know what I mean? Yeah,
really
I think if I lit a lighter, it would really be blowing right through. So.
The first time, you know, I built a fire in the smoker. I didn't know how hot it will get. So I was like, oh, that's a really big smoker, and that's a really big firebox. So I'm gonna build a really big fire.
Yeah.
And
it's
it went up to like 400. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was.
You're like, okay, it doesn't need that much.
So right here we got our briskets cooking up for tomorrow. We do a very classic style of cooking, Texas barbecue, with slight variations in our rubs. Especially for brisket, we don't really do much to it. If you come up to us and order brisket by the pound, it's gonna taste pretty much like any good quality brisket that you get in Austin. We do slight additions to our rub, like we add oregano, for example, to our rub in the brisket. And then over here we have our pomegranate glazed pork ribs. It's one of our best-selling meats. Again, very traditional Texas barbecue. We do a 3-to-1 method. We do a dry rub, but again, including Middle Eastern spices like coriander, oregano, and fenugreek. And then we wrap it and glaze it in our pomegranate barbecue sauce at the end. And then we dust it with za'atar and pomegranate seeds. And then over here, we have our lamb bacon ribs. This is a cut, it's a really interesting cut that's called the lamb breastbone. I like to think of it as a rack of spare ribs, but lamb. It has a lot of, if you can see here, it has a lot of this amazing belly fat. But I just did not find the lamb breastbone to be an appetizing name, so I named it lamb bacon ribs, and it's been selling really well.
All right, we just got the killer spread from Kareem, pretty much for the Egyptian kings right here is what this is. This is the king
gods.
spread. Yeah, the Egyptian gods, man. King Tut, this is what he would be eating right here, you know? Tell us what we got here, man. I can see the star of the show already, but tell us everything, man. It looks fantastic.
Yeah, I'll walk you through the whole tray. We'll start by the meats first. This is our smoked kofta. It is beef and lamb ground, super fatty, highly flavored, and we smoke it on the hot side of the smoker. It's not cased. It's kind of a sausage, but it's not cased. People are familiar with it, actually. And then over here, we have our pomegranate glazed pork ribs, one of our best-selling items. It's cooked in Middle Eastern spices, dry rub, and then we glaze it in our pomegranate barbecue sauce, which is right here.
Awesome.
And then smoked lamb chops, Middle Eastern spices as well. We cook it to medium rare on the smoker. And then moving on to the sides, we have the Egyptian mac and cheese, which has been also very popular lately. We started doing this on Sundays, and now it's on the menu. This is cooked in garlic tomato sauce, nutmeg, and fresh basil. And we do a little bit of za'atar dusting on top. Over here is it's actually my favorite side to eat with barbecue. This is called baladi salad.
Gotta have a fresh salad, raw vegetable salad with every barbecue. If you're not, you better get you some.
Yes, you really do. Because, I like mac and cheese and beans and everything, but it's hard to eat a whole lot of that.
You gotta have, when you eat a big bite of, rich meat, you gotta have the salad to balance
something
it
that
out.
complements it, yeah. So this is baladi salad. It's baladi means local in Egyptian Arabic.
Okay.
It's a salad that you'll see breakfast, lunch, and dinner on the table. It's very basic, bright, fresh, crisp flavors: tomato, cucumber, onion, parsley, mint, and vinegar, cumin, and salt. And then over here we have our pink potato salad, classic Texan flavors. We do a lot of vegetables as well. And here there's jalapenos, celeries, dill, and there's roasted beet puree, and that's what makes it pink. Over here, I'll talk a little bit about our condiments because we eat a lot of condiments, in Cairo. Barbecue in Cairo is all about, tearing a piece of bread, getting some meat, dipping it in the sauce, having a little bit of salad. It's a whole interactive experience.
It's about balance. It's balance.
Really is.
Yeah.
Really
it's got to be the meat, the bread, the thing, the salad. It's all around.
Exactly. So right here we have tahini, which is sesame paste. This is is basically Egypt's #1 barbecue condiment. Yeah.
Fantastic.
You put that with a little bit of get a piece of that bread, wrap the kofta inside it, dip it in tahini, and then eat some salad. And then you'll go to the gods. You'll go straight to heaven. So this sesame paste diluted with lime, cumin, and garlic. This is our garlic yogurt sauce made with fresh garlic and dill and sumac. Pomegranate barbecue sauce. It's a Texas-style ketchup-based sauce that we make with Middle Eastern spices.
And you are selling this one here, right?
Yep, we sell it by the bottle here.
Awesome.
And it's made with pomegranate juice and pomegranate molasses. And then over here we have our spicy mint chimichurri made with serranos. This goes really, really well with lamb. And then sumac pickled onions. We serve it with anything chicken as well, but we just get a little bit. It's not just beautiful and vibrant on the tray. They're super pungent and crisp, and again, just complements the rich fattiness of barbecue.
Awesome.
And then here is our star of the show. The brisket rice bowl has been the best-selling dish since day one that we started. This is the dish that if anybody asks me, what should I try? It's always going to be the brisket rice bowl. It's a dish that samples a lot of the things on the menu. It has a bed of our Mediterranean rice cooked in cinnamon and turmeric, a little bit of brisket, and then we have our baladi salad, tahini sauce, and candied nuts that are cooked in cinnamon sugar and butter. And then we top it off with a little pomegranate seeds. Last but not least is our dessert, the pistachio rice pudding. I grew up eating rice pudding. My mom made it all the time. I love rice pudding. It's a great dessert for barbecue. It's light, it's refreshing, it's not too sweet. So we make this with pistachio butter in the rice pudding, and then we top it off with cardamom whipped cream and halva, which is like a sesame cluster, and then crushed pistachios.
Honestly, man, just the elevation of the food is just way up here, man. Definitely come here and get the spread, and you guys will see the flavors are just out of this world, and it's just it's top-notch barbecue here in Texas and elevated to your own way, man. So congratulations, and I've been here before, and everything is fantastic. So I highly recommend coming and seeing Kareem at KG BBQ. And Also, you will be at the next Come and Smoke It, April 29th,
Yeah,
right?
I'm really excited.
Awesome.
I'm
Going
really
to throw
excited.
down a little specialty
Yeah,
dish. So,
we're definitely gonna have something lamb.
yeah.
there.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to do a lamb dish.
Yeah.
So, you
Something
heard it
with lamb.
first.
Yeah.
Come and smoke it. Come get some lamb. Kareem's going to throw down, and we're super excited to have this dish and have you at the event.
Absolutely.
Man.
Thank you so much, man.
Thanks, man.
Always a pleasure.
Always a
seeing
great
you.
time.
Hope you enjoy this beautiful tour.
Now, let's get
Thank
into
you.
this. You've seen that bite, right? It pretty much fell off the bone. If I wanted to, I could have bit it all. So soft. That is a cooked, perfectly rib. I can literally just pull all this off. There's a little spice to it, a little sweet. That's how I like mine. I want mine to pull off. Some people aren't about to pull off. Give me mine just like that. All right, let's try this pink potato salad. You know, I'm a fan of potato salad. He said it has a bunch of fresh ingredients, dill, see some jalapeno. Is it a beet puree that makes it pink? Just the freshness to all of his dishes are insane. And I've had this before. It's got a tomato, za'atar seasoning. Wow. Yeah, don't slip on that mac. Smoke game approved. All right, so we got the brisket rice bowl. Literally, these seasoned sugary nuts are like the best thing you'll ever even have. On top of everything else, the rice underneath is just insane. There's that fatty brisket right there that we're looking for. It's crazy. The fresh veggies in here, tomatoes, nuts, brisket. Is that gonna work? You better believe it's gonna work. That crunch from the nuts. Listen, guys, fly down to Austin. Boat, plane, I don't care if you fly on a jetpack. You better come down here and get this. Whether you're coming from Egypt to Pennsylvania to California, come get this Egyptian barbecue. This is no joke. Till next time, Smoke Game Strong. We'll see y'all at the event, April 29th. Come get some KG's specialty lamb. See y'all then. Peace.